Which is better, to build a website with a freelancer or with a company? Let's analyze both situations and choose best one. And let's start with freelancer. I call this student exercise because a lot of bad experience you will get with these freelancers, and you need to have some guidance how to choose from. Also, I'm sure you have with companies also, but with students a lot, and especially on freelancing with India. It's amazing experience. 99% of all Indians who will contact and building the website would be very awful. So we tried our best to find one. Didn't find it. But I have friends. Yes, I have friends in other areas who are great in other fields. But it's hard to find a freelancer or a student who can build a website for you and be great. And let's have these two things in mind. You can choose from the beginner. Beginner will give you great price. Maybe you'll make a good sales pitch. And but you can choose from an experienced one. And how to filter this experienced one is freelancers. So they need to have 3 years of experience, at least 3 years of experience, and in these 3 years to build at least 33 websites. So if you not have, if you don't see them a lot of websites, good portfolio, just go away. If in three years he didn't build 33 websites, or at least good ones, some good ones, you need to go to our freelancer, to our student. A lot of clients come to us and ask, please help with this website. Student or a freelancer build it, and he go away, and we cannot find them, and he cannot finish because he don't have experience, or don't know something, or just disappear. A lot of times they just disappear, and I will explain a little bit this situation, but a lot of times they just disappear and don't take responsibility of the job. So if they have a good portfolio of websites, this means they have strong reputation, and you can at least go on this project with them. But it's hard to find them. It's easier to find a company with at least 3 years of experience and 33 websites built. It's easier. It's easier to find this kind of company. Is if you find, for example, a freelancer and a company with this experience, both of them, to choose, it's best to choose the companies if it's the same price. If price is only choose student if they give you best price. For example, 2 or 3 times more of the price. Cheaper. If this will work 2, 3, 4 times cheaper and have the same experience with like a company, choose a freelancer. If not, go with a company. And let me explain if you thinking to choose beginner, because beginners, I'm sure they'll take 10 times the price. For example, if a company said $1,000, a beginner student will say $50, and you are, why so cheap? Or a beginner company may say like $1,000, $1,000. An experienced one, $10,000. It's very different. And let me explain a little bit, because beginners are not aware of circumstance or of what will be in future. They are not aware, and they give some small prices. But after they learn this, they'll raise the prices and will take more responsibility. And let's examine a case study for a freelancer or for a beginner company. So they don't have 3 years and don't have 33 websites. But this is first year. So they start making websites, give good prices, they have some clients, some good reference. But they may take some clients or some projects what is bad for them, and they go down on their income. So one times can happen, and a second time can happen, and they will just disappear because they will close. They will see it's not so rentable to make a websites and work this way. So most of them just close. 97% of companies or freelancers who start making websites after 3 years just close and disappear. And this what happens if you on this stage or on this stage and they build a website for you and they disappear on second year. You don't have support, you don't have anything from them. So you contact them, they will not reply. For them it's not profitable to reply you and to contact you and to help you. And I will explain why they just disappear in next slide. But it's a risky situation. It's a risky situation. You will not survive first 3 years and 33 websites. Let's go and explain a little bit the math or the profit of a freelancer or of a company. So they ask you, for example, $1,000 for the website, and they say, okay, in about 1.5 months or 2 months, website will be ready. If company calculate $700, I'll have the cost of renting, of salaries to pay the developer and designer and stuff like this, and they cost okay $700 probably, and I will make on 1.5 months. If this is first month, second month, third month, if all goes well or even will deliver faster, we'll get a profit of at least $300 in their imagination. And they start the project, and then they get a client who have like, oh, I need to change this, I don't like this, I expected to have this or something like this, with a client with this kind of attitude. And I'm not saying it's you, it's maybe other clients who ask them to do this, and they thinking, okay, let's cut from our profit and work more and give to the client really what he likes. So they change buttons, they change things on the website, and they cut their profits. And client again, let's change this, this not work, this I'm not happy with this, and they make more. And this will be happy situation if they will stop on this part. But they can choose to go more because client is not happy and go in lose and give to the company what they expect or to the client what they expect, or they just cut the okay, no more, this is what is this, and they may lose also money because they client pay just $500 and another 500 after the delivery. So in both situations, if client is not happy and they cannot deliver what client expect, they go in loss, and 1 time, 2 times, and they go in minus. And from where they take this money? From clients like you or from other projects. So they go in parallel with more websites, with more projects, and they hope at least some of them will be in profit and will take the profit from one project to give to other project and to cover the costs of developers. The same goes with Freelancer. He also, if he works more time on the project, he lose. He have his own expenses, renting, electricity, food, family, and all this stuff. So more he stays with the project, he loses more. And the bigger the project is, expensive the project is, then is more problematic to them to calculate and estimate. So we had in our from from 10 years back, when we analyze, we had a lot of these projects, especially big one. Here we'll make good money, and we will develop this social network website, and we estimated for a couple of months. He extended the project, and so on, and we lose a lot of money and a lot of trust from the client. So we had also this kind of experience, but we survived. And we have more than 3 years, almost 10 years of, and thousands of websites built around the world. So this is to take in mind when you'll choose. It's very important. If you'll choose bad, you don't have a support or don't have people who can help you with the website. And last thing, what I think is very important you to understand is platform. As you see, I don't mention design, I don't mention some functionality, I mention some very basic things when you need to choose. Platform is very important. I mean, on what platform this will be built. Let's Google Trends, and let's analyze a little bit on this right now situation of WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, Wix, and yeah, that's it. You can choose other. And for last, from 2004. So WordPress is the biggest platform used all the time. So if you see, trends go very well on all these platforms. And red one is Joomla. As you see, is also in past was very trendy, and right now is very little. Now let me choose worldwide. It will be more clear how was the trend. Joomla was even better than WordPress in the past, and right now is very old, and it's a lot. Yeah, very few people use this. If you choose a platform what is not popular, it's like buying a car. If you buy a car from China on unknown manufacturer and a lot of unknown, and you are in United States, you will not have people who will repair. You will not have parts. You will not have people who can repair this kind of car. If you choose a very rare platform, this will go very bad for you, because after this company disappear or something is not going well with your relationship with this company, you are very dependent, very dependent on this company. Another company to rebuild or to make changes will request a lot of money, and most of them just refuse. And for example, we just refuse. If it's not on WordPress, we refuse and say we will build from the scratch. The website will be cheaper than to modify your own. So in this case, to understand, is very important to choose very good platform what is now used often. For example, BMW, yeah, in US, in China, in Canada, in where you'll go, you'll find people who can fix your car. This means if you go with WordPress, for example, or another platform what is used, you'll find people who can fix this. And yeah, it's a new trend coming soon. WordPress is a little bit going slower, and a new trend I'll talk probably in next videos. You can subscribe to the channel, and I'll explain and you can stay up to date with all these trends of all these platforms and what works best right now and in future. But it's coming soon, a new trend. WordPress is aware, all this platform is aware a new thing is coming. It's not yet built on final level, but it's coming. And it's best to be aware. In a couple of years or 1 year maybe, you'll start to see different changes. Right now we recommend WordPress. If you go with a small project, with a small website, will be very useful for you. And maybe you can try also a freelancer who have less than 3 years experience and build on WordPress. Is less risky. If you, for example, it costs you $100 or I don't know, about $100. If you can assume this risk, you can go with this, because at least you'll have a website, and go with a website, and after you can switch and buy a more expensive, more better website. Okay, I hope this was useful. Ask questions, we will be happy to ask, and subscribe. Thank you.